Hello!
Sup?
Dr. Zethical's here.
And Hercules.
We're gonna watch The Last Airbender. Cat, get away! Alright, let's hit the play button.
Oh.
Okay, PG. It should have been 13. For fantasy, action, violence.
Should have been A for ass.
Maybe. I think this is the best scene in the movie.
Yep. It's off to a good start.
just the
good,
Paramount
good
picture.
water, nice effects. Paramount Pictures, good start.
Yeah. Viacom. I picture someone always saying that on
Nickelodeon.
The thing.
Oh, some fire, some air, nice.
I wanted it to be the splat.
Yeah.
Like the Nickelodeon.
Splat.
I think the fucking cat took it. Blinding Edge Pictures. What is Blinding Edge Pictures? I'm gonna look it up right now. I've never heard of Blinding Edge Pictures.
Here we go. It's telling us made by Paramount and Nickelodeon, trying to trick us into watching it. Well, it worked. The Last Airbender.
This got my hopes up.
Now we see some grade school karate demonstration.
Blinding Edge Pictures. God.
Great.
I had to type Edge too to find it.
Great. Text, scroll, and narration at the same time.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Fantastic.
I feel like this should have been like... It should have just been like a flyover or something.
Yeah, flyover with the narration.
And then like just talking or something.
They should have just recorded the original guitar narration from the show.
That would require getting her to play the part.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do that.
Well, then at least one.
Oh, they did Unbreakable from 2000,
Unbreakable.
the year 2000. 2002 Signs. Oh.
No, those are all
the
freaking M. Night Shyamalan movies.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
What did he?
After Earth sucked too. Didn't he do that one too?
What did he fucking make his own?
Didn't he do
thing?
Oh God, I hate it. I can understand you're new at this, but why is all the water leaking? Like,
yeah, why is all the water coming out of it?
The CG did look good though, I had to say. Whoever did that, good.
She looks so
Oh, M. Night Shyamalan did do After Earth. Oh my God.
Now he would have heard that ball of water coming for him. Why didn't he get out of the fucking way?
Why is she always smiling? She's just smiling at him.
How come he's an adult and she's like 5 years old? They're supposed to be like, what, a year apart, something like that?
2. He's 16, I believe, because he's the same age as Zuko.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, he's supposed to be.
I did like this, though, the narration at the beginning of the movie, because it kind of like, this is maybe how she should, like, or maybe like she should have just started with this narration and then went into the you know, a long time ago,
she really
100 years ago, in a galaxy far, far away, the Avatar disappeared.
Yeah, blah blah blah.
Yeah, all that fun stuff.
If you try to marathon the show, you get so sick of that the beginning narration.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, look at that green screen.
Yeah. So amazing.
Now I can't complain, I can't do a good green screen like that, so... But you can... Is that a green screen or is that just his coat? It looks like a green screen. Either way it looks fake. Even if you didn't green screen it, you fucked up.
Where's his boomerang?
It's on his back. It just looks all fucked up.
His other... That's his like...
No,
that's... Oh, it is
his boomerang.
What the fuck is that thing?
It's a 2-for-1. He's got a stick too. He can poke shit
Yeah,
with.
he's got a spear, but
Oh no, the
as
original
we know from the
Sokka.
show, he had no idea how to use it though.
No, he kept poking Aang in the head.
He instantly gets owned by Zuko in like 2.5 seconds.
but in the second part of the first episode, though, he did poke him off the ship. This was a pretty good scene, though. Besides this green screen,
This
that was all right. I honestly, if I ever directed this movie, I don't know how I could have
done that better.
Yeah.
It's such an iconic part.
I
of
wouldn't.
The show.
I wouldn't have him wearing a hood because if he got trapped in the ice during the storm. Oh, why?
Yeah.
Where did they explain that in this show?
Yeah, they never
that
explained
movie.
it in the movie. It was an important part of a story arc.
Like, how did he get there? Who fucking cares? That was pretty cool, though.
That's the main problem with the movie. There's no character development. You never get any explanation for why they
Is this
make
mine?
the decisions they make. Yes, that is yours.
I thought that was Dante Bosco for a second when he mentioned.
Yeah.
He said, "Uncle, look!" I thought that was him. This was all right too. This was like up to the part where she talks to him.
Yeah, because this is the one part of the movie that they take beat by beat from the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they did that. No,
If only
I
they
don't
did
know.
that for more of the movie,
Oh,
it would be
absolutely.
watchable.
Why is his arm up like that? Sokka's character was good. I'm sorry, Sokka.
Ahsoka.
What's your name?
It's
Why did she just yell at him? If I was Ong, I would say
short for dung.
I would say, why the fuck are you yelling at me, lady? See, he's thinking that right now. He's pissed off. This was pretty cool too. This is the only funny part in the movie.
Yeah, they haven't suck a lot in the show.
It did. Appa didn't fuck with him though, but
lot.
he fucked with Appa too. Well, didn't really fuck with him, but he liked Appa. I like how those two kids are the only ones that are like American, and everyone else is like,
Eskimo.
yeah, from Alaska somewhere.
I ran away from home. We got in the storm. We were forced under the water of the ocean.
There we go.
You see, it wasn't very smart. I was just upset. Thanks for saving me.
This was a horrible scene. Can I just say that?
Yeah.
You not so upset? Not as much
Every
as I
scene just seems to last much longer than it actually is.
It was just, it felt awkward. Like their whole conversation was awkward. You don't want to learn more about them. Those fucking ships looked amazing though. Those icebreakers. Holy fuck.
Those were very bad.
They're like ducklings.
Brother of Shields.
I did like this movie. They expressed more of just like, it's from the show. The Fire Nation just had these ships that popped out of nowhere, whatever.
Yeah.
But I like these that they say, oh, they brought their machines. That did kind of make it more believable that they are the only ones that have this capability with this industrial revolution.
Yeah, they're really the only ones that use coal power.
They are. The helmets weren't bad either. For, you know,
just-
changing to a movie.
You know, it doesn't.
He's not bald. He doesn't have a ponytail. It kind of bothers me. You can't notice that he has a
He
scar.
just has a black eye.
He got punched.
Yeah.
His mother just went boom.
Fire Ludo's eye and tear to the throat.
Uncle Iroh couldn't find his
Bring me all your elders.
Oh, there's the
his
scar.
game piece.
I wanted that to be this whole
I
movie.
wait, noticed how.
This whole movie is they're not actually chasing the Avatar, but they're chasing that one piece.
It's very important for the strategy.
Yes, very important. Fucking A. Alright, this was alright too. This was somewhat of a character development. Oh, and there goes the freaking Alaskan people. You might get bad comments on this because of Alaskan people.
The Fire Nation just storms in and grabs every old person, but they never explain why they're grabbing every old person.
I have nothing to say about the tattoos though. The tattoos were pretty sweet.
Yeah. It makes sense that they're a lot more detailed than in the animation.
What's your name?
I don't need to tell you anything.
Firebender!
Again, I like the actor who played Zuko.
Taking it to my ship.
I thought he did very good.
That's because they actually got...
Burn down this village.
He played his character well because they actually got a decent actor for that character.
But the same could be said for, like, say, Harry Potter. You know, like the first movie they were a bit stiff, but the second movie they loosened up significantly. That was all right.
Yeah,
I like
and
that
by the
scene.
end of it, they're like fucking
We're looking for someone.
brilliant.
They were looking for someone with the same.
Yeah. By the end of it, fucking Voldemort.
Oh yeah,
Holy
we got the
shit.
Harry Potter
She
sponsorship.
stood and watched us being taken away. She would have fought. We found that boy. It's our responsibility. We should fight.
Yeah, your responsibility. You just met him. You know nothing about him. He could be a Fire Nation spy. Isn't that what Sokka said in the very beginning?
Yes.
There's that one.
I like that because
could be
for
a
2,
spy.
3 fucking episodes he said he could be a spy, Qatar. Don't trust him.
Yes.
And then finally, after he's like, "We're gonna go save your boyfriend."
Yeah. Already, what, like 10 minutes into the show?
Don't you think everything's going to work out? But I don't.
10 minutes into the movie and the show has already done things 10 times better.
Again,
At this point-
they have to cut things
Well, at
because
this point
it's a
in the-
movie. But
At this point in the pilot episode,
why would
they had so much more motivation of why they care about
no one's bothered by
taken.
that? Their kids are just
Yeah.
dangling in air. No one
fucking
cares.
child endangerment right there.
Like even like fucking Gran, fucking she was like, "Stay the fuck away!" You know.
Those Stormbreaker
These-
ships are awesome. Though.
These ships were good. Oh, fucking Iroh's character. Here we go. What's gonna happen?
And I like the touch
What do you want with me?
they added, the thing they added with the test to see if he is the Avatar. where
I
they
did
get
like.
showed, yeah.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
I assure you, it won't hurt. I've performed it hundreds of times. It only takes a few moments, and then you're free to go.
I like how these two characters, the Zuko and Iroh, they're more into touch to what the original series was.
Yes.
And because, you know, it's like Iroh, you can tell even in this scene, he's just kind of following his nephew and saying, "Okay, I'll do what you ask, but
Kind of
I'm
he
just
lost,
here."
He lost his son, and
He feels
he
like
kinda sees
Zuko's
Zuko
his.
as
And he,
chance
yeah,
to
exactly.
redeem himself.
There hasn't been no.
Oh, she's American too, Gran.
Yeah. Well, they
That's,
cast Katara and Sokka as Americans. They had to cast their grandmother as one.
Kantira. Because that's.
Grun Grun.
Fucking, there's Opa out there flying.
Sucko.
Sucko.
How can that
Fucking Zaku.
be? I believe
And
that
Zaku.
little boy might be the Avatar.
What?
Once, a
She
long
was-
time ago.
I don't remember the show now. That was pretty cool though, that they showed the original map of the show.
Yeah, it was nice to
Not a
see the
place
map.
made up of things you can touch, but it exists nonetheless. It is filled
Now comes the part of the movie
amazing form,
Explain.
where
We're gonna throw some
fucking
exposition in
information
your face.
dump.
most exotic valleys.
I wouldn't see when
Forests.
I don't mind this part.
Each of these.
This part's okay,
yeah, except in
but when they keep doing it
Yes,
throughout
when they keep
the
doing
movie,
Only the Avatar.
there was no exposition dump in the show about the spirit world because they just showed Aang going into the spirit world.
yeah, and basically at the end they would recap of what he learned into a more an explanation of what he went through.
Of the Avatar.
Yeah, but that's just the things you have to drop when you take 10 hours of show and make it into an hour and some change movie.
Yeah.
All boys.
I think this was exactly an hour and 30 minutes, was it?
It feels much longer though.
This was copyrighted in 2010.
You will need those two? They don't even know him.
They don't. Where the fuck does it say it? Viewer discretion advised. Because I said fuck. I don't think we're allowed to say fuck on the internet. Unless we're fucking, because it's made for porn.
Whoa, incest.
What? I can't. Where is it? It's always somewhere different. This is copyright. You can't play that. You can't play that. This film.
I really like this test to make sure he's the Avatar. Where they put the various elements in front of him.
I didn't mind that, but technically if Aang's walking on, if the character that's supposed to be Aang is walking through like the Earth Kingdom, isn't every rock supposed to fly up?
That was the only thing.
Airbender.
Then again, he doesn't know what the fuck's going on, so he might be like
Taking you back to the fire.
nervous. So that
like?
might be like fear that's bringing on him controlling the elements, because it's like when he goes into the Avatar state, it's like almost a minimal
survival instinct.
Yeah, and that's why he's doing that, and which is a really. It kind of makes me feel like Iroh's tactics are a little fucked up, but he's trying to calm them down while he's trying to do it, so it's kind of contradicting, right? This was a cool scene though. That wasn't.
Yeah, all he had to do was do a push, and he was like why all the unnecessary movements?
This was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Because it's almost identical of what happened in the series.
You'll notice a trend here that all of the good parts of the movie are beat by beat from the show. They should have taken more from that, but sadly they didn't.
How can that open through his hands?
It's like they're in the same.
That thing opened through his hand. Oh my god! At least like in the show, he spun the thing around before it opened. It did fly nicely for a live action film though. This did look good. This was a good scene. The whole flying scene. I can't find the time. They did not decide to write this on here.
Thanks for bringing on with me. The Fire Nation is up to something.
See,
I have to go back now.
We'll come with you.
they don't even help him. They just kind of show up and he already escapes without them. It's kind of
here it
very
is.
anticlimactic.
It's 103 minutes.
Had my honor.
I'm not good at math.
Your destinies are tied to you. Fast.
This is 90 minutes is an hour and a half.
An hour and 40 minutes.
An hour and 40 minutes. That's not too bad, but that's probably
It's
including
about the
credits.
length of your average cut.
That's how we left there in a storm went off.
Yeah.
And got forced into the ocean where we almost drowned. Ong airbended a sphere.
I like it. Now, keep in mind that she just said Ong. Yeah, Aang.
And
Just keep that in mind.
they skip about
No,
a
just
few weeks.
Where you live?
just keep this in
He
mind.
must be playing some trick or something.
Ready?
Monkey Axel's gonna try and jump out and scare me at any moment.
Who's the teacher responsible for it? It's kind of like my father. Is it okay if you tell me your name?
The monk's named me.
How did she know his name? And then ask him what his name is. I think they don't even show the fucking
We keep them
the Avatar temple, the
Yeah.
Avatar temple.
The room that he unlocks and it shows all
Yeah,
the statues
Roku.
of the
When he
previous-
looks at Roku because
Yeah.
he knew it was his past life.
Your friends were monks?
I know where they are right now. Those are
He doesn't even care about Momo. Like, at the very end of the episode, they're like, "Hey, let's take him. He's the only like last relic of what we."
They made it
know.
to the temple, and they've been traveling with him for at least a few days, and they just now are like, "Your friends were monks?" Or, "What's your name?" After traveling this far.
Well, you know what's funny is like from the series, Sokka explained of how you sneeze and flew 10 feet into the air or round number, and in that instantly said he was an airbender, and so it's very odd now that they knew he was an airbender from gliding. Like humans, this is a thing that Sokka
saw him fly.
Humans can't fly, but he could because he's an airbender.
That's why. That was the beauty of the show, is they didn't have to have the information dumps because they showed everything. So they didn't have to fucking sit there and tell you.
I don't know.
See, like this.
The problem is, okay.
Like this. They
Okay.
show you.
Can I just? Oh my god. Goes into the Avatar state and it looks weird. When his eyelids are closed, should they still glow? I mean, maybe they should, but should they glow kind of like red because his eyelids are closed? Not. Am I thinking too hard on this? Because
I think you're thinking too hard on this, but it does look kind of weird
doesn't
when
it?
his eyes are closed.
All right, I gotta pause this. Hold on. Let me just explain something for you. Basic story structure, 3 acts, right?
Yes.
It's the way it's always been. Like
Setting,
conflict.
conflict.
Can you agree with me that the same story,
conflict resolution.
Yep. Can you agree with me that the same story that that Avatar: The Last Airbender has,
Yes.
the 3 seasons, emulate, say, pretty much every story from like the modern age with film and even books,
Yes.
and it like emulates, say, Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. Now, let me just, within, how long have we been doing this? Not even 20 minutes?
Yeah, I think
Right.
we're like 20 minutes into the movie.
So, there's supposed to be a mentor, or some sort of form of mentor in the film.
Yes. The wise man
That
in the
kind
hero's
of.
journey.
So, we can agree Aang's the hero of this story. That's supposed to be,
Yes.
within this season or this movie. So we have Aang, who just quickly escaped from the Fire Nation. Quickly. And, well, it was pretty quick in the the series too.
Yeah.
But he instantly left, and there was no push, there was no denial. There always has to be a denial. It's like what, Frodo never wanted to leave the Shire.
Yes.
Luke never wanted to leave home because of his aunt and uncle. And Aang's like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And instantly, it throws me off because there's no mentor pushing them into that
there's
thing. And, the only mentor I can find is Gran from, this version of Gran. But the thing is she's persuading the non-hero.
the side characters.
So, it's just, not to say that, like, Sokka or Katara aren't heroes, but the thing is that they're not the main focus of the actual film.
They're not the last Airbender.
Exactly. And he's just like, I'm leaving. I'll drop you off if you want. Like, Aang did say that in the series, but he said it in more of a calmly fashion, saying, it's dangerous, and I do want to return home, and I don't want to get in between you and your family.
Yes, and he's just found out that it's been like 100 fucking years since he saw his family.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in this movie, he doesn't know this yet. Do they ever even explain it? Really? Does Aang
Which, see, I still have to
find out?
the benefit of the problem. I'm conflicted because, of course, with movies, it's like for making movies from comic books, you have to change things.
Yes. There's no
And
denying that.
because
Yellow
you
spandex
know,
doesn't work.
we'll take The Walking Dead, for example. If you take The Walking Dead and you say, you know, you can't do the same things you can in the comic books, you know, like you were explaining before of how, you know, it wouldn't work through like animation or through just graphics, through live action, it wouldn't work. And so this movie, you know, it's an hour and 40 minutes or so, and you know, okay, I could see that. Like I said, I would make it about 2.5 hour long movie, but so you still have to cut out things, and you still have to change things along. Sort of like The Walking Dead, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
You have to change how everything goes, but the problem is that The Walking Dead's version of sticking to the original story is sticking to the original characters or potentially new characters, such as like what Daryl is to the series. You know, trying to keep the characters moving the story along versus through what this movie's doing.
Like in any good story, the characters make decisions and they act on them, which moves the plot along and affects it. In this film, everything Aang does is completely reactionary. He's given no choice in what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And thus, he doesn't change the plot at all.
I think this is the see, when the series came out.
Let's start the movie.
Okay.
This is already gonna be too long.
Whatever. But with this series of Avatar: The Last Airbender, it was they had a balance, and it's funny how that was the theme of the entire series, of being a balance. This should have been Roku, I'm just saying. Not his fucking dragon that can magically talk now. Just saying.
So there's no connection given to Roku because we never see him in the vision where he's riding the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And so all we do is see a CG dragon, and we don't have any fucking connection.
The dragon
did
look good though. You have to admit.
It does look good.
But see, the series of Avatar, you know, being the theme of being balanced, you know, the Avatar keeping balance, the show kept balance so good between not only the story, but with the characters. There needs to be story to drive, but the characters need to drive the story.
Need to get you to give a shit about what's happening.
Exactly, and the thing is they also, like, from the series, like, there's not many landscapes in this movie, but even in the show they noticed that, okay, you know, we need to keep balance. He was a good Admiral Zhao, I'm thinking right now. I haven't seen this movie in a while, so
again, they got a decent actor to play the character, and none of the character's good.
that's true.
Wow,
but no,
shocker.
The show kept balance between the characters, not only them, but with the environments too.
Yeah.
And it was just a perfect balance.
Renounced his love of him and will not let him return to the throne unless he finds the Avatar.
This was a very good scene.
The sun is too
I
soft.
just wish they would have done
By
the
doing
Agni
this,
Kai.
he will become strong.
Because that was
The heir to
badass.
the throne.
This was pretty good. I did like.
For example, it seems I
This
can
explained.
combine
This movie did a very good justice to Iroh and Zuko's character, like their whole bond.
We'll fix it in post.